dun 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 dun.
Come on now.
Welcome back to the very first episode of Dev and Dilly. I am
now.
McDilly from Rather Tide Sports
sir.
Podcast. That is Dev, aka Lezu, the man
the
that makes the music. He does a little bit more than that. He's a pretty fucking good guy, and you're gonna figure that out. So essentially, I want to break down what this is to you people that are like, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
So Dev and Dilly is essentially just going to be me and Dev chopping the shit up in the car, just like you see here. There's going to be no funny business, no BS, and we are essentially going to be talking about everything that has happened in the past week.
The stuff that
world.
You don't really talk about, you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Stuff that you're not hearing about. The real news, you know what I mean?
The shit that when you walk by the TV and you hear this on the news, you go, okay, I'll watch this one.
Yeah, okay, yeah, oh God.
This one could be interesting. That's exactly what it's going to be. So we're going to talk about it. The plan is for right now to do... Obviously, this is going to be uploaded coming out on a Wednesday, but the plan is to do Mondays and Fridays so we can recap the weekend and the week because those are basically two separate events in their own right in terms of people just being crazy. So every week we'll run through probably about...
and weekdays, you know what I mean?
Exactly. So every week we'll probably run through about 5 to 6 things and then chop it up here, talk about some shit. Maybe we'll bring somebody on every week. We're just going to see what happens. And if you're watching and you fucking think that we should do anything or you have any ideas for us, bro, I mean, we're going to grow together. So y'all let us know, and then we will immediately chop the shit. So first podcast is going to be kind of a trial run. So it might not be as much music, banners, this and that. So just...
It's a work in progress, but it's going to still be fire. It's going to be a great first episode.
That's all it needs to be.
They call it, a pilot because you're going to fly high. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Pilot fly high.
You know what I mean? Like the first episode, they call it the pilot,
right?
Because you're gonna fly high after the people see the first episode.
That was going, Dev. So without that further ado, we're gonna get to the very first banner.
Appreciate it.
Very first banner is the very first thing that we have to talk about, and apparently the government is claiming that COVID is over.
How does this happen?
But at the same time, I haven't heard anybody talk about COVID for 6 fucking months.
I'm not gonna lie. My problem is. This is shut down the world, bro. It shut down the world.
We thought we
and
were
now
we're
treating this shit like chicken pox. This is the flu now, dude. You know what I'm saying? Niggas get a shot and then you're good after this.
We thought we were
How did it go from A to B? Is all I'm saying. I mean, I could have sworn that the world was gonna end at some point.
You know what? Here's my question for COVID, okay? If COVID is done and COVID is over, I want to know who was the last person that fucking got it. I want to know that.
That's a fact.
Who was the last person that the doctor looked at and the doctor said, nobody else is getting it no more?
No, hold on. But I feel like, no. We only see a global shortage of that shit. It's not completely eradicated. It's just like the common cold now.
Look,
it's just like the common cold.
It's just
like, honestly, bro.
If the ABCDHDIV says that it's fucking done, it's fucking done. They wouldn't lie to us, man. And let me get the actual fucking...
Hold on, man. You got receipts now, cuz?
Well, I don't have receipts, but I have... Actually, yes, I do have receipts. So, the WHO, the WHO, the W.H.O, the same people
why?
The same people that told us...
When, where? Who fucking knows?
The same people that told us we were all gonna die. The same people that were all like,
get
in your house, lock your doors, and if you leave... That's on you.
It's ridiculous.
Good luck. And now they're telling us...
They had us running out of toilet paper and shit. Motherfuckers can wipe their ass, bro. They go to the grocery store and toilet paper's gone.
They have said it is no longer a global emergency. So we shouldn't be afraid anymore.
No way there's just now defining this shit as a global, like not a global emergency anymore. This has been dead for a minute.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody with COVID in maybe half a year.
It's been a while, bro.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If that's how it is and that's how we're operating here, and COVID's just been gone for half a year, who the fuck is still gonna walk around with a mask?
Motherfuckers that's telling themselves. See now, man, here's my thing about it's always been about COVID, bro. And why I didn't really fuck with the mask shit. If this shit really some sickness, bro, I'm gonna get it like it's a sickness. Just like any cold. No matter what the hell you wear, you're still gonna get it. Because guess what? My granny wear a goddamn mask. What happened? She got COVID. It's not gonna make you immortal to this shit, bro. It's just not to spread it, but you're gonna spread it regardless.
And your granny didn't die. She survived.
Oh, yeah. I mean, of course. I mean,
So, is it really a medical emergency?
I'm not really sure what you're trying to get at with
Let's move on.
With that one, we're gonna move on to the next.
So, Devin's got a fun little story
Let
for
me
you guys.
drive the bus.
Dev's got
Let
a
me
fun
do
little story,
it.
guys. And
Let me do it.
This is good because this is how it happened in
Let
Michigan.
me do it in the hometown. So I know we had to talk about it. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking over it and I'm like, no, we got to talk about this shit happening in the hometown. Something right around the corner.
So first off, explain the story.
So there's a 7th grader. This guy named Dylan. Okay, just like this guy.
Not me.
D-I-L.
It wasn't me.
It was a 7th grader. All right, a 7th grader. Bus driver's driving. You feel what I'm saying? She calls up the motherfucking people. She's like, hey, I'm feeling lightheaded. I got to pull the bus over. All right. She drops the phone. As soon as she drops the phone, she passes out before the bus even stops. All right. The bus is still moving. All right. So somebody's got to move quick. Of course.
So everybody just sees a woman passed out in the bus, and everybody in that bus goes, ah! Except for one motherfucker named Dylan.
Exactly.
Okay,
and
what
Dylan
did
runs up, right? Now, I'm not going to lie. They didn't specify how the fuck bro exactly touched the brake. They said that he touched the brake, but I'm like, if the lady was passed out in the driver's seat, was she like on her lap and shit? Was she fucking from the side? Like, I'm not really sure. But that's beside the point. He hit the brake, he stopped the bus, and then he turned around like a true hero, and he said to everybody, hey, someone call 911 now. Hey, wake up, lady, wake up. Come on, Miss Shirley.
Get up now. What the fuck are you doing standing back there? Timmy, John, Greg, screaming ain't gonna do nothing.
It's ridiculous.
I'm the one driving the goddamn bus. So, to answer the question.
Now, here's my thing. Now,
driving the bus? Dylan's driving the bus.
Here's my thing. Dylan is driving the bus. What are you doing in this situation?
How old is Dylan again?
He's a 7th grader. So, I mean, like, what, 12, 13, cuz? Gotta be.
I guess his life's in my hands. Do you really have a choice? Because here's my thing. The one mother... Okay.
No, I'm saying, like,
if
if you put in this position, what are you doing?
I ain't trusting him. I'm pushing him out to sea, and I'm guiding it. My life in my hands. Because let me tell you what would be funny as fuck. What if he did that?
Right.
Dylan gets up. Dylan says, hey, call 911. He gets in the front seat.
Right.
And he just crashes. He just veers right. Dylan don't know how to drive a bus.
Nah.
Uh-oh. There's one thing we forgot. He's in 7th grade.
Hey, man, like, even if your parents let you drive the motherfucking Mini Coupe,
it's a bus.
You gotta swing that motherfucker all the way around.
So actually,
just to get it around a stop sign. You feel what I'm saying? So there was, honestly, it's quite impressive.
That makes it more impressive.
He was able to stop a bus. But at the same time, they said it was light traffic. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know.
Light traffic. Yeah, for Dylan, it was light. Wasn't shit for Dylan. He wasn't worried about nothing. When he got in that bus, not only...
Are you the one that jumps in that seat? Realistically, no bullshit. Are you the one that jumps in that seat? Do you get your ass up? You see Miss Shirley's passed out. You're like, holy shit, I got to get on the wheel. I got to stop this bus. Are you doing that? Are you going to be the hero?
See, now they make those back exit doors.
Yeah.
They probably make them for a reason. That seems like a pretty damn good reason for me to use it. If Miss Shirley's knocked out and I got to put my life in Dylan's hands, Dylan, the same kid that may or may not have been eating lunch by himself yesterday because nobody likes him and he calls people weird names that nobody understands because he's smarter than everybody else because he can drive a bus and we don't know how to drive.
This sounds like a lot of projecting, but you can continue.
But if that was how we were, in, I'll probably jump out that back door. Because two things. A, if I land on a car, which is a lot less likely, right?
Yeah.
I hop out that back and I land on a car. That car will stop. I'm either going to roll off and get off and I'll be good. Or that car's not going to stop. Keep driving. Freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then there's no way that I don't just, get run over and go over to the grass, right? Could be bad. But here's how I look at it.
It sounds a little risky.
But here's how I look at it.
I'm not gonna lie.
He said light traffic. So what's probably going to happen is I'm just going to splat on the ground. And I'm going in a bus. Buses ain't going no more than 30, 40 miles an hour. So I'm probably surviving.
Yeah, you're going to be straight. You're going to have a couple.
So if I have to put my life in his hands, I'm going to be right.
But at the same time, bro, you got to think, bro, you going to hop out the bus knowing that all your classmates, knowing the girl's not going to move. The girl's going to just stay in the bus and scream, okay? They're not moving.
I'm in 7th
the
grade.
boys going to try to
spot where
they might be trying to figure something out. Huh?
I don't need to impress anybody in 7th grade. They don't need to think I'm some hero.
True. That is true. It's not your responsibility to be a hero at
Think
that
about
point.
how smart you would feel if you hopped off the bus.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
You hop off the back. You're like, whew, that shit was crazy. Look up and they like veer off. They all crash. But you survived that shit. I would be like, God damn, I just
Nigga, you would be having nightmares. You'd be like, God damn, I'm lucky I didn't get off that bus.
No, for real though.
They're good. Somebody call 911. They are fucked. That's just, you're gonna walk off happy
I'm gonna go about
dandy.
the rest of my day.
I'm sorry. You're gonna have nightmares and terrors if any of those people get hurt.
Okay, how close am I? 7th grade. I don't talk
But
to
at the same time, I
anybody that I
feel
talk
you
to in
though.
7th grade.
Your 7th grade is not your responsibility to be.
I
It's not your responsibility to
Didn't
be
give
Batman.
a fuck about nobody in 7th grade but me. And that's just the selfish truth of it. I didn't give a shit about nobody in middle
That's
school. but
raw.
me.
It's pretty raw, man.
High school is when I had to start realizing, okay, I guess this is a team game.
Damn, man, Monday night.
Monday night.
I said that was raw.
It was going. But
Thank you.
my thing is, I'm not letting nobody drive that bus but me. Or I'm getting the fuck out. But props to Dylan. He did it in Michigan too.
Shout out to the hometown,
We
man.
love
Come on,
to see
now.
that.
River Oaks Rockets, baby. Let's go.
River Oaks Rockets. That's a stupid.
Hey, man, don't.
Rockets
let's-
is so basic.
Let's not do that. All right?
We are Rockets. Like, nobody gives a shit.
We're going to the moon. Come on now.
The original.
What you mean original, bro? Rockets are original.
All right. If you were to come up with a brand new logo or a name for a mascot, and they say, "Hey, we can't do the Rockets," would you be like? They're like, "Hey, you can keep the Rockets." No, they say you can
Look,
keep the
bro,
Rockets.
look at that middle part. That's hard.
They
as
say
fuck,
you
bro. That's
can
hard.
keep the Rockets, or you can come up with a better name. Would you keep the Rockets?
Yeah. You know why? Because look at the name, bro. River Oaks Rockets. It slides off the tongue. Just to point out, this is not a school that I currently go to. This is a school I went to.
You're making it seem
in
like
about-
you really care about
in
it.
4th grade. No, it's a great hoodie. Actually, when I won this hoodie in a competition, and it was way too big. But I'm like, I mean, if you win some in the competition, you can't not take it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just had it all this time, and it ended up, you know what I'm saying, fitting a little bit. It might be a little short, but it's all right. I like it.
I think it works.
I think it does as well.
Hell yeah. All right. Next thing that we have to get into is, hey man, that's how transitions work, bro.
Oh yeah.
We don't really have a fucking a music thing or something that we can just click,
I
bro.
feel like it's better to just slide on through it.
That's
you know
just
what I
how
mean?
it works, bro. And
Speaking of sliding and ice, freezing, something.
you really tried to make sliding into that. Sliding had nothing to do with it.
Sub-Zero has a move where he slides with the Cairo ball in his hand and fucking throws it at you.
You're reaching.
That's not reach, bro, because he freezes.
Sub-Zero.
You slip on ice, don't you? That's it right there.
Okay. There. You got it. I'll give him that. You do
Come
slip
on,
on
man.
ice.
Come on, man.
But at the same time, well, apparently there's other people that are using ice in other ways. I just went to my fucking clock.
Are you moving fast?
Sorry, the next thing that we have to get into after is fucking hilarious. Sorry, and I'm already.
No, man. Our last thing is absolutely.
There is a man that is a billionaire. Billionaire Peter Thiel says that he is signed up to be frozen and preserved when he dies so that it will revive him in the future. Pretty smart shit, huh? Peter thinks that if he goes into ice forever, somehow that's going to bring him back to life. I think Peter's just going to die cold.
Now, here's my thing, right? Let's say Peter's right and you lived to be in the future, bro. First of all, what's the point of life if you're just going to be like, all right, guys, I'll see you in a couple of years. You know what I mean? That's
Bro,
one.
Everybody's at his
Two,
funeral, and Peter's like, what are you guys freaking out about? Like days before he's about to die. He's like, guys, don't trip. I'll be back in like
the
3
funeral's
years.
like at the lab when he's getting frozen. Oh my God, I can't believe you're leaving us, Pete. Guys, I'll be back.
They're like, don't
We'll all
trip,
be
bro.
dead, Pete. Do you not understand? We'll all be dead. He's like, what? I can't hear you. Already get in.
He's an
Ridiculous.
idiot.
Because then when you and think about it, it's basically the equivalent to living life in prison, or not life in prison, however many years in prison, and not like just going by it. You feel me? Like in a snap of a finger. Because think about it, when you're in prison and you come out after all those years, you're so out of the loop. completely out of the media loop, the social loop, news, everything. You don't know what the fuck is going on in the world. So you're going to come out of this cryo chamber, whatever the hell it's called.
No, it's just a brick of ice.
And you're just what, like the fuck, like Star Wars, like Han Solo got like fucking stuck in the brick of ice. Surely he's gonna be
And that's
straight.
gonna bring him back to life.
Dude, what was that one guy's name? The headless guy on iCarly, the guy that got like frozen in the chamber or some shit.
It was the head.
Yeah, the head.
They had to find the head.
Yeah, what was his name though?
The great. They had to find the great head.
No, it wasn't what the hell is it? He had a name. It was a guy. It was like the leader of the place that was cocky.
I know what you're talking about.
With the Buttersock episode?
Yeah, I don't know his name, but I know that when they said it, they were just calling it, like, when Spencer put on the desk, he was like, we have the great head of blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I don't know the fuck his name.
That shit was crazy. That was a pretty scary episode.
But here's my thing is, when it comes to freezing, and if you think freezing equals rebirth, here's how I think it's going to go down. I think he's going to get frozen. He's not going to be able to breathe. He's going to be cold. He's going to die of hypothermia, or he's going to die of suffocation, or he's going to die of both.
Whoa.
Wait, let me finish.
Okay.
And then he's going to die forever. And then he's going to be cold and frozen forever. And he's going to feel real stupid thinking that out of all the things that could bring him back to life, this fucking block of ice that has put him to death will bring him back to life.
I'm gonna be honest here, dude. I don't think we're asking the right questions.
What's the right question?
Fuck, I forgot, man.
Nice. Way to go.
Sure, it'll come back to me, man.
It probably won't. I'm gonna go on a limb and just say that another question that I guess we could ask in this situation is, what would be the proper way to get reborn? If they said, Devin, you're dying tomorrow, is there one thing you want to try to do that may or may not bring you back to life? What would you say?
Like, what would be like the thing that would rebirth me?
They said what I just said. If she looks at you and goes, okay, Devin, you're going to die tomorrow. Is there one thing that you would like to try to do that could potentially bring you back to life?
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, you're gonna grab a pool. You're gonna fill that entire fucking pool filled with acid. Okay? That's like the typical comic book shit. He fell in a bed of acid and they thought he was gonna die, and then he could fucking burn anything he touches. You know what I mean? Like acid fingers or some shit. So I would think I would try that, like on some Lazarus Pit type shit. I think that would be probably the best solution. What about you, though?
That's great.
I'm trying to remember.
A pool of acid?
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
Because, I mean, I feel like it would take me out fast.
I couldn't do a fucking pool of acid, I'll tell you that.
I feel like it would take me out fast.
If they said, Dylan, is there anything you want to do to try to preserve your life? Is there anything that you want to try to do that could potentially bring you back to life after you've passed away? I would look at her straight in her eyes and I would say, if there is any way that I want to come back to this life, bury me in a fucking weed field and just let the chemicals around me soothe into my body and just let me sit up like I'm fucking Undertaker and just...
So you want to die? So you would try to die? So you would be dead, and then you would tell them to put you in a weed field to see if you would come back to life?
Yeah. I haven't seen any stories of somebody attempting it before and failing, so I would feel like, if anything,
you have your odds are high considering that point.
And if I fail, then everyone that ever thought about doing it, probably, very few, would now know, okay, can't do that. That won't work. Did your question come back to you, or can we move on to the next thing?
Ah, man, I'm trying to think of it, but I don't think it's going to come back to me.
All right, then we're going to just head on over to the next thing here. And this is, how much would you pay for video games? Because when it comes to GTA, it's a pretty popular game.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to. I don't even know why we're feeding in to the GTA 6 bullshit. All right?
Why? You don't like it?
No, man. It's not about not liking it. The game's been teased for too damn long. Do you know how long GTA 5 has been out, dude?
Right. It's like a Trippie Redd album.
It's been a
Playboy Carti album, yeah.
It's been a long long time since GTA 5. GTA 5 is damn near the same amount of lift as San Andreas or some shit like that. It's been a long ass time, man. And they haven't shown anything or any really, evidence that this game is going to be made anytime soon. So I'm not paying shit more than the normal price.
Rockstar has announced how much money the game will be. Even though they haven't, released anything about it. They have released
before you continue.
Yes.
Before you continue. That's another reason why I probably won't be buying this goddamn game. They gonna ask for my money before they even tell me what the hell is going on.
So, I agree.
This is like a DLC or some shit, man. It's ridiculous.
It has been reported that GTA 6 is going to be the most expensive game ever. Now, GTA and development alone on the game has been around $250 million. And that's just $15 million short of GTA's full budget. And when talking into the account marketing and the other costs that have been estimated into the game, the end-up cost will be around $1 billion, $1 billion in all. So people are speculating this is going to be the most expensive game ever. Now, here's where I look at this. It's going to go two ways. And I think you're going to agree with me, Devin, and I think the people are going to get with me on this, okay? It's going to go two ways, okay? It's either going to be like in the $100, $200, and people are going to be like, I understand because of how long the wait is, and the game is going to be like the next big thing, the next amazing thing ever, okay? Mm-hmm. But if they start throwing out some stupid iPhone numbers, I'm talking 4,
that's exactly
5,
what's going to happen because they got a quota to meet. You just said $1 billion,
which is what I think is
a quota we got to smack up.
I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying that shit, man. Because they're going to charge, what's going to happen? They're going to charge $80 to $85 for this game. I can almost guarantee this game is going to cost $80 to $85. And here's why.
I'm cool with that.
No. Hey. Here's why this is bad, though. Some people might be, like, this is straight. But guess what? They're going to fucking set the new norm. If you're like, I'll buy that. They're like, oh, you'll buy that? Everybody else is like, oh, you'll buy that? Oh,
no, shit. It won't be. Because everybody knows that
let's
GTA.
Make this shit 80.
Nah, it won't
be.
Let's
make Pac-Man $80.
Devin, it's not true, dog.
How?
You know that GTA does not have the same interest value as all these other games. For instance, if I see GTA 6 for $80, I'm gonna go, GTA 6? I've been waiting fucking 6-7 years for this game. Right. Whereas Madden, they come out with the game every year. Okay. NBA, NHL, NFL. Those are 4 games right there, okay? Yeah. You go to COD, you go, if I don't want to pay this much money for a COD game, they'll make another COD game. Or all the other shooting games, all the other shooting games that they have that are cheaper, every couple months a new shooting game is, the in.
Yeah.
So I think that it's not going to be like that. I think there's going to be people that are going to go, wait a minute, you're going to raise your shit to 80. If we keep ours to 50 or even drop it $5, a lot more people are going to buy it.
But you got to also factor in that a lot of people are willing to get money, bro. They want to get money. That's what everything is about. Bro.
Yeah, but they know if they have like Pac-Man and they make it $80, they know no one will buy it. They know they won't make money.
But at the same time,
they will lose money.
Everybody changed their shit to $80.
And Devin, like you said, another good point is they will be losing money if they make it $80.
Yeah.
They don't. The reason why this is going to be $80, like we talked about, is because they spent $1 billion. No other companies are making close to that to make a game.
It was huge. 1 billion is huge.
So they would have no reason to charge that much money. They don't need to make it back like Rockstar is.
Yeah.
Because they've put $1 billion fucking dollars.
That's true. That's true. That's true. You have a good point on that. I think you got me with that one.
Like with and that's honestly it. But I mean, here's my max. What's the max you would pay for your favorite video game? Like, I'd do anything to play this video game. I'm waiting forever to fucking see it. Oh, but it came out to this much money. And still, you're not happy that it's that much. But you would still throw it. Like, I'm mad it's this. I'm still fucking doing it because I love this game.
I gotta go Infamous. I don't know if you know. I know.
No, I don't really care what the game is. I just want to know what the price would be for you. What would be like your price that you're like?
I think my price is gonna be like 100, bro. The most you gonna get out of me for a game, for a singular game, no add-on, no feature, no bonus, no nothing. Singular entity. You're getting $100 out of me, maybe.
If you say other than $100,
bro,
you're
out your fucking mind.
You have your parents' money, and I get it. And I get it. And that's cool. But I would probably say that I agree. Anything under 100, I'm cool with, and 100 being the max. Because 100, I'm gonna be like, I'm not fucking happy paying this 100, but I'll do it. And I'm not doing any more.
Yeah.
Because if he looks at me and goes, actually, I'm my bad. It's actually 130. I'm leaving. Saying, okay, I was good at 100. That's actually it.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think 100 is the price point. Perfectly okay with that.
I think it is too.
All right, let's get to this grand finale here because I have been waiting to tell this story since the minute I read it with my own eyes.
So we were just looking around, you know what I'm saying, and wondering what could we talk about? What was the last one that could really finish us off crazy? Pause. Immense pause on what I just said because of the situation we're in. Yeah.
No, you
take a second to carve it out. It's my bad. But in other news, please. Let's just start with that.
Oh no, it's gotta focus. The face of this man right here. This man right here.
Before you say anything, I want to give everybody 5 seconds to guess what this guy did.
All right, we're gonna play a game here, okay? I'm going to give you 3 options right now in your head. Did he A, stick his dick in a toaster? Did he B, find 11 watermelons and each find different fucking holes to put his feet in? Or C, did he sneak into somebody's hotel room just to suck on their toes while they were sleeping? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
3rd grade mode.
It would be number C.
Free.
Here is the story of what happened.
Cold. I know you guessed it. You're not cold.
Now, in Nashville, Tennessee. Yes. Not Florida. Believe it or not. I thought this was going to be a Florida story, but it's actually not. So in Nashville,
you don't look like no Florida man.
At the Hilton that I think I actually stayed in when I was in Nashville.
Hey, the guy's name is Niall too, right?
Yes. Neil. N-E-A-L, I think.
Neil.
And what he did was he snuck into, well, he's the manager of the Hilton, okay?
He's the manager of the hotel.
That's the first thing you need to get.
This guy's the head honcho of the hotel, okay? He's not going to
He
you guys good?
runs the Hilton. When he has full control over everybody else's room and everybody else's room.
He can get in any door.
He made his own room key because, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm explaining the story the wrong way.
I don't mean. I just want to stop us real quick. I don't mean to make fun of this guy's pain who Neil assaulted. Because Neil's a really bad guy. He probably put this guy to so much trauma. Okay? So we're not making fun of the guy per se.
I don't know if it's that much trauma. It was his fucking toes. But, you know.
We're not making fun of the dude.
But, okay.
It's a hard thing.
I got to take you back to the day before. So the day before, he was in one of his residence hotel rooms, okay? One of his own residents. And he was in the room and he was talking about he was checking out the TV, he was checking about electrical issues that may or may not have been going on with the room.
I'm not gonna lie. First of all, I don't believe
he brought somebody else with him that was an what's the word? Electrician. He brought one with him, so made it more believable for the guy. Like, this is some real shit. What he was actually doing is just getting a quick little peek on this guy's piggies and just scoping out what he wanted to put in his mouth for midnight.
This little piggy went to the market,
and this little piggy went in my mouth.
That's what Neil's mouth.
That's what Neil was thinking, bro. He's thinking, damn, that big toe. Gonna get to work on that.
Now, here's my thing, right?
Wait, I gotta explain it first.
Okay, go ahead.
I gotta explain it.
Go ahead.
So after he leaves the room, the very next night, he makes a hotel room key of his room. He goes back into the room while he is sleeping. He opens his room key, opens up the door, walks into the bedroom, goes up to the man as he's sleeping, pulls the covers off of his feet, and proceeds to suck the man's toes as he's asleep. The man woke up, saw him sucking his toes, and recognized him from not only being the manager, but from being the dude who was in his room yesterday checking out the electrical issues. Because he's now all realizing that shit was a ruse. This is sexual assault. All of a sudden, he's panicked. He's talking to TMZ. He's talking to the NBC News, my bad. And he's telling them how I couldn't believe somebody would do this. Why would somebody sneak into my room and suck on my toes? You just couldn't believe that another man would do this. Honestly, I feel the same way. I'd be in pure fucking shock. I've woken up to a grown man, the manager of the residence I am staying in, with my toes in his mouth. I wouldn't even know what to say.
Now, here's what I want to know, right? So, Neil's sucking this nigga's toes, right? Neil's going to town.
He's having a time.
And this guy is fucking flicking his toes and shit. He's like, oh, man, what the fuck is that?
Somebody dipped my toes in water. Neil's over here.
Right. So here's Neil, right? So he gets up. He's like, Neil, you sucking my toes? So what did Neil do? We don't have that information. But what did Neil do? Neil sees this guy.
He ran.
Neil sees this guy.
That's what it said.
He just.
It said when Neil was caught, he proceeded to exit the area.
Oh my God! Sorry, God damn it! I sleep.
Oh shit! Those were your toes.
God, I thought I was with my wife, and Viagra just messed with my mind.
You know what? He didn't even do that because it said that he admitted right after everything that happened. Like they asked him, they were like, "Neil, were you sucking his toes?" And
he was like,
"Yeah."
I think he said no. I think he admitted to coming in. But I think he said
no. You're right. He admitted to coming in.
Yeah,
they asked Neil, why did they come in? Neil said he smelled smoke in the room.
Yeah.
So Neil wanted to check and see what was smoking. So they asked all the other residents and checked the smoke detectors. Nobody smelled smoke, and there was no detection of smoke.
Why?
That was his.
Why would you go with something that smells?
He went with smoke.
Something that goes something that could be detectable.
Hey, bro, I was smelling smoke. So to make sure, that doesn't explain why the fuck you would suck his toes, Neil. That's not if you smelled smoke and you enter the room, that doesn't explain why you were sucking his toes.
Here's my thing too. If you thought a nigga was smoking, how do you sneak into his room? You don't knock on the door like, hey man, hey yo,
you smoking in here?
Hey yo, you smoking in here? Hey, open the door real quick, man.
You want to get caught, bro? Neil,
he's like, why do you need a key? Why the fuck you got a key to my room? Why you got a key to my room?
Nah. This is the topper. How many motherfucking people did Neil suck before he got caught?
Oh my God.
This time he got caught.
Nah. Imagine waking up with wet toes. He could
have been sucking everybody in that bitch. This could have been something he's doing.
This shit slimy and shit. What the fuck?
He had full control.
Shit's sticky.
And if he did this once, who's to say he hasn't been doing this? He could be like the toe sucker.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. The way that nigga Neil looks, he has to have done this before. This is not a first time thing. This is the first time he got caught. I think you need to pull up the photo one more time just to give a good look at the people. Neil, that chubby cheek nigga right there looks like he's sucking some toes. They look like two big toes right in between his cheeks, right there. He just stuffed them in between like a chubby bunny challenge. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I'm not gonna lie, I want to take a second to shout out to the guy who got assaulted. You know what I'm saying? This is a very serious cause. I'm so sorry for the trauma that Neil caused you, and I hope that you're coping well, because I'm not gonna lie, I can't say I would know what to do if I woke up and a man was sucking my toes. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know.
I couldn't do it.
I don't want to think about it. I don't know what I would think. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just back on the report right here, just making sure that
before I'm just trying to see if I can think about this last one.
Yes, this is what I wanted to see. So Neil has been sued and Neil has been charged. The man who was sexually assaulted has charged Neil with aggravated battery and assault.
Wait.
He is in jail currently and has a bond due of $27,000.
That ain't shit. That nigga own a hotel. He's a manager of a hotel. Of course he got 27,000 beds, bro. Come on now.
I don't think that's enough justice. They better.
What?
Okay, well, you think he's going to keep his job?
I mean,
the man called it, quote unquote, a sort of nightmare.
He said he thought he was dreaming and that it was a sort of nightmare. Imagine what your dream turns into.
All right,
your dream translate, bro. You're like
I'm
in
not
your
laughing.
dream.
I did not
You're
have my
probably
face.
like in your dream.
I'm
No,
laughing.
listen, hold on. You're probably in your dream. You're probably flicking your toes in the river or some shit. Or like you got a big ass dinosaur licking your feet, and you're like, what the fuck is that in your dream?
This isn't.
And then you open your eyes.
This isn't
And
funny.
there's fucking Neil at the bottom of the bed, just going to town on your toes,
Devin,
on your piggies there.
Just read from start to toes.
From start to toes?
Yeah.
Brendan reportedly screamed. Brendan reportedly screamed when he found Neil sucking on his toes, and immediately recognized him as one of the 2 hotel staff members who had been in his room the previous day to help him with his TV.
He screamed. He said, "Ah! Shit! Why is there a grown man sucking my toes?
Ah! Jesus!"
So Neil is,
This nigga is full ring pop on my toe. You got a stick dog. You can't let him just walk out.
Whoa!
What happened?
Ladies and gentlemen, this story just took a twist.
What happened?
Upon further investigation, Brandon and his attorney have found that Neil had a lengthy sheet, including a voluntary manslaughter conviction for shooting his roommate during a fight in 1996. Neil shot his roommate in 1996. Multiple charges upon forgery, drinking, and driving, and a manslaughter conviction, as well as also prison time served in the past, has all been on his record. When the Hilton hired this person, they had to have known. They had to do background checks. And the fact that they would put somebody in a position like that is unbelievable.
I'm telling you right now.
I'm not reading that as quote. I'm just saying that like me.
If Neil murdered somebody, he is a toe-sucking bandit. He has done this to multiple people. He's a hotel manager who has been overtaken with power, and now he's on the loose, sucking anybody's toes that he can get, just fucking, that he can fucking licking Cheeto dust off of his fingers. He's just going in, flipping the blanket, and just going to town. I don't know even what to think about a man who is, he's murdered someone, and then you go to the absolute fucking flip. You can't say the other side of the spectrum, all right? This is the whole other side of the universe.
Right.
You go from murdering to sexual assault.
Not
with a nigga's
sexual
toes.
assault.
That's unbelievable.
It was sexual assault.
It was not sexual assault. It was sexual assault, like the title says.
And I tell you right now, if you want to go about,
it's a real crime. You know, we should become a crime podcast to really break down shit like this. Because I bet you somebody's looking at this and they're laughing at poor little Brendan. When at the end of the day, Brendan could have been he could have been a victim of another manslaughter.
Brendan,
manslaughter.
You know what's crazy is while y'all are going to the grocery store tomorrow, Brendan might be going to therapy.
We laughing. That's why I said we got to be serious, bro. Because we're laughing, but like, you can't. Bro, nobody's taking you serious. You can't go to nobody but a therapist because you're like, hey, bro, what are you tripping about? You're like, man, I don't want to talk about it. They're like, nah, dog, I'm your homie. Like, you can talk to me.
They go
like,
to the
nah,
beach.
I don't want to talk.
They go to the beach with Brendan. Brendan's like, can you put some socks on, bro? You know how I feel about that open toe shit, bro. I'm not comfortable with that shit, bro. Socks, everybody socks on now.
Nobody's taking that man serious if he's like, so I was at a hotel one night and I was sleeping.
He's never going to a hotel again.
I had my socks off because I can't sleep with socks.
Everybody knows I can't sleep with socks.
It's just too warm. My feet get too hot. I sweat. They stink. I just hate it.
He's like, but I'll tell you what.
I wish I had socks on that night.
I
wish I had socks on that night.
I will never go to bed.
Because I felt that slimy, gross tongue across my pinky toe. I knew that I was ruined for the rest of my life. And honestly, that's how I would feel, Brendan. My heart goes out to you. River Roads Rockets to the moon. I'm sorry.
You say that like that's your affiliation. Like you're in like the sorority of that shit. Like River Roads Rockets, Kappa Phi. Right? Like, the fuck is that?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of like calling all my people that went here, because there was a lot of funny shit that went on at this school.
And maybe there will be somebody that went there that sees this and they're gonna be like, "Wow, you know what? That takes me back. I got my hoodie in my closet too."
If you see this, know that this is the beginning of the greatest podcast of all time. Set it right here and it's set in stone.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is essentially where we are going to end this show because as it comes to what you need to know for today, it's very simple. You be not a Neil. Don't be a Neil.
Don't be a Neil.
Don't be killing people.
I'm not gonna lie.
Keep toes out of your mouth.
I think Neil ruined the whole toe sucking thing for me casually. As like, if I were to suck a bitch toes, you know what I'm saying?
You don't like doing it no more?
You know language. A woman's toes. I could not anymore. I'm just saying, like, in the future, if I had my wife and she was like, do it, I'm like, nah. Because Neil did it.
Now Neil's ruined toe sucking for you.
He just ruined it.
You heard it here first, people. Yesterday, you could have got your toe sucked by Dev, but thanks to Neil.
That's not exactly what I meant.
He's off the market.
But somewhere around there.
Thanks, Neil.
You can decipher what he's saying, kind of like a spider web. Just pick and choose and put the words together how they need to be put together. But that's not exactly what I was saying. But you got it, guys. You know what's going on. Dev and Dilly.
Episode 1 in the fucking books. We will be joining you probably every Monday and Friday, like we said, so we can recap.
Check out the music.
And the weekend. And everything should be fantastic. All I need you to do is do some things for me real quick. I need you to do this very simply. I need you to do just listen to what I'm saying. First, I need you to find Devin Dilly on Twitter. I need you to give it a like. I need you to give it a follow, and I need you to figure out what's going on there. Then I need you to go over to YouTube, type in Devin Dilly. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you find this video, and make sure you like it. Then head over to TikTok. Same shit. Devin Dilly. Make sure you like it. Make sure you watch the videos. Make sure you watch the content. Anything that you guys watch is going to help us in the future. Also, check out Lezu on Apple Music, Spotify, or wherever the fuck you get your music.
Come on now.
Apple Music is probably going to be your easiest bet, just letting you know. But
there's a lot of stuff rolling like right now, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta hop on board.
Lezu is a great artist. He's actually right here. If you didn't know, he's pretty fucking good. And then also on Wednesdays, check out Ride the Tide Sports Podcast. And also make sure to check out the Sharps betting app if you're doing any Sharps betting or any sports betting. And also make sure to check out Six Pack Coverage.
We had all these fucking ads already. I mean,
yes,
we're like predated.
Yes.
Holy shit, we're like established.
Yes.
You can't fuck with us.
Yes. And then also
you can't.
Make sure you check out Six
next
Pack
level
Coverage.
shit.
Would check out all their merchandise, check out all their other podcasts, because the plan is that just like Ride the Tide, Devin Dilly, hopefully will be affiliated by them shortly. And everything will be fucking moving. This was episode 1 of Devin Dilly. We appreciate you guys fucking tuning in. And we will see you next time. Peace.
Come on now. Peace out, people.